project too that I find very interesting. But kind of give us a kind of a quick rundown exactly like what the project is, what they're trying to do, and also too the artwork is very different as well. And I see that you guys like Area 51 and whatnot. So I got a couple questions on that for you as well. But kind of give us a quick rundown on
Yeah,
Long Lost.
definitely. Yeah, so I know we were talking a little bit prior to this. We're an Ethereum-based collection,
Mhm.
and being the size that we are as a collection, it's it's definitely a challenge in terms of, well, for one, minting out, and then two, being able to sustain some of those different metrics that a lot of people look at. If you're looking at unique holder count, if you're looking at percentage listed on a certain marketplace like OpenSea, for example. And so it was something that has was launched almost 2 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think. I kind of come into the picture around the 1 year mark. So earlier this year, I was just a community member, didn't really know too much about Long Lost, but I decided to jump in. I was actually in one of their spaces on X, or Twitter, and now we know
Mhm.
as X. And again, like I said, I knew a couple other people in the space, and that's kind of where my journey started out. I started off with snagging 4 losties, and there's this idea. I should say more than an idea, but there's very much this reputation to be a part of the multi-gang. So you have the ghouls, ghosts, zombies, and skellies, and so people are very much about kind of getting each of the factions, and that's kind of the basis of how a lot of people enter Long Lost. And so, I thought I was doing a good thing, and I thought I got all my bases covered. And lo and behold, they only grabbed 2 of the factions. And so I actually had to go and pick up a couple more off the start, off the rip. And so my journey kind of started out with 6 losties to start. But to get a little bit back to your question in terms of, you know, Area 51, the lore, it very much goes in tandem with the different aspects that we have with our portal system. And so
Mhm.
that's very much an integral part of our community, and very much a part of our marketing, very much a part of all the different pillars that we have as an ecosystem, as a community as a whole. And so, whether it's Halloween that we just had, or whether it's Christmas coming up, I know that we just obviously had Thanksgiving for a lot of us in the States. And so we had some fun little edits that one of our artist Fally whipped up for us. So we had some turkeys and some turkey legs that people were rocking with their losties on the timeline on X. And so different components like that very much plays into the lore, the portal, and that kind of goes in tandem, like I was alluding to a little bit, with the whole premise of our membership pillar, and being able to have those portal giveaways, and being able to really give back to really the whole ecosystem, the whole community. But then again, being able to give different prizes for each of the different factions. And so that's something that, again, we continue to kind of evolve and really progress in terms of, being lost is, playing off the name of obviously Long Lost, and that goes into, effect with, a lot of people that are familiar within the US, Area 51, UFOs, aliens. And so it's, again, on the premise of being lost, going into the portal, not necessarily knowing where you're going at the end of the day, but continuing to build friendships, continuing to, well, really lose track of time when you're as immersed as a lot of us are in NFTs and crypto, in this space that we call Web3. It's very easy to lose track of time as the days and the weeks and the months fly by.
Yeah. So